Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I have something to talk about regarding the COD franchise. It's something that kind of blew my mind. I wanted to make a video about it because it really makes no sense whatsoever, and it kind of just goes to show that Activision really does not care about their older games. Of course, recently we've been talking about Black Ops Cold War being hacked and how it's an actual security risk for you to go and play that game. A lot of other games are in the same boat as well. They did put out a patch saying that Black Ops Cold War is, they're working on it. It might be good, might be bad, still risky, and you shouldn't have to even think about that when you're playing a AAA franchise like Call of Duty, a franchise that makes billions of dollars every single year. Well, the other day, Charlie Intel put out this tweet right here, and it showed the top-selling games at that time on Steam, which of course is the PC platform, and Modern Warfare 2 had dropped down, whereas Black Ops 3 jumped all the way up to number 6. It was trending as a game being sold, and it was still being sold for $60 freaking. I heard rumors there may have been a sale for it at the time, but it wasn't reflected within the screenshot. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, a game that came out in 2015 is currently outselling the game that came out in 2022. That's pretty interesting, and it definitely goes to show that evergreen content like zombies, for example, in Black Ops 3, especially with mod tools, is something that fans are always going to want to go back to, is definitely going to always be a big source of revenue for Activision as compared to all the other nonsense. Because I decided to go on Steam, right? I'd even signed to my account. I didn't want to see any special bonuses or discounts or anything. I just wanted to go in and check out Steam for myself, and in there I saw that there was a Call of Duty franchise bundle where you could get virtually every game, as they were calling it, within the Call of Duty scene for $1,000. They gave you 10% off though, so it just got under $1,000. It's only like $900 something, but holy shit, $1,000 for all the old CODs, right? And so I decided to go and look at it, and here that tweet must have blew up a little bit. I mean, it wasn't my most big tweet in the world or anything like that. It wasn't crazy, but literally the day after I make that tweet, we now have 55% off the Call of Duty franchise bundle, which counts Call of Duty United Offensive, COD 2, COD 4, not COD 3 for some reason, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 DLC, Black Ops 1, all of its DLC, Modern Warfare 3 and all of its DLC, Black Ops 2 and all of its DLC, which there was a lot of that, Ghost and its DLC, and then Call of Duty, wait, which one's here? Ghost Devastation, I guess Ghost is down here for some reason. You had Ghost, you had Advanced Warfare, you have all these different CODs, right? But it actually stops at Call of Duty World War 2, and the reason why was back in the day, they decided to put Black Ops 4 on the PC platform onto Battle.net as compared to Steam, and even though games like Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, all those games have been on Steam ever since, because Black Ops 4 was like the cutoff point, that must have been when they made this bundle, because they never added any of the new CODs. But here we are, we have all these CODs on here, and they want $1,000 for it. But right now, because of that tweet, I have a feeling, I'm not entirely sure, it could have just been a coincidence, but here we are. If you want the entire thing here, $531. But on top of that, they give you another 10% discount, so you only have to pay $478.73 for all the old CODs, not the current ones, but rather the old ones. The ones that are completely dead or hacked, or both somehow, because like a game like World at War, for example, is completely dead, but if you go on there, there's like 2 or 3 hackers still running around taking turns hacking each other, I guess. I mean, it's just kind of how it is. But looking at the discounts aside, right, I think they wanted to kind of like deflect the monetization that they had for these older CODs by adding these discounts, because people are going to see, oh, $10 for that DLC, oh, $15 for Modern Warfare 2, not too bad. No, this discount's going to go away soon. $20 for Modern Warfare 2, $15 for the Stimulus map pack. Who in the world is playing the Stimulus map pack? This was the first map pack that came out for Modern Warfare 2, probably in early 2010. Some of the maps were cool, man. They brought back Crash, they brought back Overgrown. I think this map was called, oh goodness, Salvage? Maybe something like that. I can't remember quite the exact name of it. It was a pretty cool map. Storm, I think this one here was called Storm, maybe. This one was Bailout. Not too bad. And I wonder who's even bothering to review this kind of stuff. Why is this the same price now, 5 years after it was released? Great map pack. I still play the game with private parties and the DLCs. There's always that one friend that gets kicked out because he doesn't have a DLC, so I have to come here and gift him the thing. But $15 in 2015, it's not worth it. Well, try 2023, freaking 8 years later. Man, all these recommendations here are just downvoted because they're like, no, do not buy this DLC. It's $15 for a freaking old DLC, man. Like, why is this even a thing? Why is it possibly here? But it doesn't really stop with Modern Warfare 2. All of the old games, like Black Ops 1, for example, they're charging $40 right now on Steam. I mean, technically it's $20, but $40 usually to play Black Ops 1. If you just want the base game, which the multiplayer is completely dead, you can play the campaign, you can play the base zombies maps. That is literally it. Multiplayer does not exist, and if it does exist, You're probably going to get hacked. Your account information is probably going to get stolen. Like, they're charging $40 for that. And then each individual map pack here, you know, First Strike, Escalation, the Resurrected one that brought back some of the World at War Zombies maps and things like that. All of them, $15 a piece, man. If you wanted to like buy Black Ops 1 on your PC and, you know, just go through and play all the Zombies content because you enjoyed that content, I mean, dude, we're talking about like $100 here to be able to do that. No one's buying these games. Like, why are these prices even like this? Because no one is buying them. It's almost as if these prices are here to kind of convince players right here. Why was the Apocalypse DLC? Why is there a discount for every other DLC except for this one? Like, I don't get it. But it's almost like they do not want you going back to play the old games. Like, the prices are so prohibitively high for what they actually are that I think that they're that way intentionally because they don't want people going back to those games. They would rather have people spending $15, $20 on bundles in current games. Like, the prices are so bad that you're not going to want to go back. Like, I think they're intentionally killing off whatever player base that might be left for those games by having all the DLCs and the price of the games themselves being so ludicrously high. I mean, again, going back to it here, Black Ops 3 is freaking $60. Right now you can get it for $20, which honestly, like, you guys know, I try to like push kind of stuff like that. But if you enjoy Zombies, and if you enjoy like the modding community and stuff like that, and I'm not talking about being hacked, I'm talking about custom Zombies maps, you know, fan-made content, Black Ops 3 for $20 is probably a steal, but honestly, it should be $20 to begin with. The Infinite Warfare Season Pass is usually $50. The Black Ops 3 Season Pass is still $50. Like, why are these things here? I think it just goes to show that Activision does not want you playing those old games. They leave the servers on, for the most part. The only games they've ever shut off were Call of Duty Online, which was in China, and then now we know that in September, they're shutting down Warzone 1. But aside from that, they leave the servers on for all these old games. They don't support the games really whatsoever, and they make the price of the initial entry fee of the games so high, and the price of the DLC, if you want to play that as well, so high that no one really does it, man. You might pop in Modern Warfare 2 if you still have your disc, you know, on console, or if you bought the game way back in the day, you may boot it up now and then, but you know you have to disable all the DLC that you paid for, and that was one of the many reasons why the idea of a season pass or map packs and things like that, it was so bad because it divided up the community. And especially nowadays, if you want to go back to an old game, you can't play DLC, you know, you can't do it. And some games like World at War, for example, are especially bad at that because even though you have the DLC uninstalled, DLC will still show up in the map rotation. So once you finally find a lobby in an old game like World at War, you get to play one game of Team Deathmatch, and then before you know it, it's time for the next game, and the next game is a DLC map that no one on that game has installed or even bought. Then everyone gets kicked out of the lobby, people have to search again, you have to wait to find those same people again. Like, it's just a massive pain in the ass. Like, I think it's honestly like objective here that Activision wants you to forget about the older COD games. If they wanted to celebrate the history of the COD games outside of like remastering the same 5 maps over and over every single year, then they would actually support these older games by either making them free, which I honestly can see a reason why all DLC should be free, and then the base game should be like, depending on the age of the game, I'm talking like $5-10, and that, I know coming from a consumer, it makes it sound like, you know, I'm just out here, you know, trying to get a deal or something like that. Like, I don't care, dude. I'm a COD YouTuber. This is what I do. You know, I can get these games, I can play these games, I can cover these games. Like, it's not an issue for me, but I'm thinking for the overall community, you know, if Call of Duty World at War on PC and all of its DLC, which is $10, then I feel as though there would be a resurgence on that game. Same for consoles. You know, if you go to a game like Black Ops 2, if that game was $15 and all of its DLC was free, I think there would be a resurgence on Black Ops 2. But the problem is they don't want people to go back to those games because they're not making as much money from them, and also, you know, the games are completely hacked and busted and have no support whatsoever from the developers. They're completely forgotten, and you're actually doing a pretty big security risk to yourself by even trying to play them. So it's one big hornet's nest for some reason, and I feel as though it should not be this way, but I don't know, Activision, I think they just want to keep looking forward. They want people to keep playing Warzone. They want people to keep playing Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, which is rumored to be coming out this year. You know, they want people focused on the new content as compared to celebrating the 20 years of COD that we have, which, by the way, the COD series is in fact turning 20 this coming October, I think it is. I think COD 1 came out in October, like October 23rd? I don't even remember, of 2003, something like that. Ridiculous, man. Franchise about to be 20 years old. We have all this history, all this stuff to go through, but it's always like, forget the past, what's new? You know, that kind of a thing. So, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Wanted to make a video on it, and hopefully you guys found it at least somewhat interesting here today. There's a lot going on with COD right now, especially considering the lawsuit and everything happening right now with Microsoft and Activision and Sony and the FTC, and I'm going to try to cover that. Yeah, I want to make a video about everything that's been going on the last couple of days, but I want it to be digestible because, you know, it's like, I want to make a video that's like eating a slice of pizza for you guys, but right now, with like everything that's coming out, like from the court case, it'd be like trying to feed you guys like a freaking pizzeria, like the brick and all, as compared to just that one slice you actually want. So it might take a little bit to get that video out, but yeah, there's definitely a lot going on. But right now, I just want to make this video talking about this stupid bundle, and then one day after I make that tweet and tweet starts to blow up a little bit, they decide to put up a big old sale for the entire old COD games. But dude, freaking $1,000 to play all the old broken dead games, it's just freaking ridiculous. Activision, get it together. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.